right? It's pretty long and flexible. Some of y'all have eaten these from oink oinks. They call them chitlins. Just saying. All right, you got it. This is your intestines. This is your lower part of your digestive system. This right here is what some of you all eat on certain times of the season, called chitlins. Okay, this is you all's part one of the intestines, small intestines, large intestines. Okay, large intestines and small intestines release. They release fluids and chemicals as it adds to the little bundle of food that you're digesting from your mouth, because the mouth is the first digestion. All that salivation going on and you're chewing, that breaks down the food, and it goes down the esophagus into the stomach. The stomach is part two. And then part three is here, and then part four is when it hits the toilet, okay? All right, so listen, with this, I'm sorry, this is the colorectal. I'm skipping around. This is the colorectal right here, large intestines. I'm going to pull this little window off. This is your colon. This is where a lot of things get trapped at when it is had enough. You're beating it up with the foods you're eating, and it can only take so much. Then there's no entryway here. There's no exit. There's no exit here. Let me put it in the middle. There's no exit here. Okay, it's like a little small appendage, what you call your appendix. Your appendix is right on the end. Okay, so your colorectal here, and I've done these surgeries too, called a colonoscopy. And I use a long tube with a camera on the end with other gadgets where they can put a long endoscopic instrument to pinch if there's any polyps that they see. Polyps is like a pimple on your face, but it's inside the lining, which you shouldn't have any. But again, when you eat the wrong foods, it has a tendency to start growing. And so if you don't eat the right foods, it just sits there. When it rains, you see a whole bunch of mosquitoes. Listen, I went outside one time, y'all. And my children wanted to play with my one of the boats. And I said, hold on, let me go check out. I went outside and scooped up a little bowl of water. I thought it was water. What I discovered was like a whole bunch of tadpoles and mosquito larvae. Gross. Well, when water sits for a long time, that's their hangout spot to release their eggs. And that's the same thing that happens in your bowels when you keep eating the wrong foods and you're not fibrous and you don't drink enough water, you don't drink enough 100% organic juices. It just sits there, seeping. And before you know it, you're going to have some problems. Possibly polyps. Some are benign, some are cancerous. Now they're going to go in and pinch and take a sample and take it to the lab, and they'll say non or it is cancerous. That becomes a scare. But when you begin to eat God's food that grows out of his garden, it helps repair and push out that stuff. Like I said, there's no exit here. No exit. The only exit is right here when it goes into the toilet. This is the rectum and then the anus and then into the toilet. So there's no exit here. So when you eat the right foods, it will repair those things that are broken off course in any kind of way. So let me give you a close up, okay? This is your colorectal. It's the end of the large intestine, colorectal. And at the end of the colorectal is the appendix. And sometimes that can get damaged or blocked. And you're going to have some problems. And they have to go in and get, again, fam, we eat God's food that grows out of God's garden. I'm telling you from experience, my eyeballs see it, and you will see it too. You just got to trust God and his foods and the process. Faith comes by hearing and hearing the word of God. Faith also has to be action. There's a spiritual faith and there's a physical faith. Which one you got to operate is up to you. You trust God in his healing, speak it, say it, see it, but also eat it, receive it, and you'll see it. Okay? That's how you're going to be healed. Here in the mind. Lord, I trust you in the foods that you have for me to eat daily, and it will heal your body. It will heal your mind. And your generation behind you, like, if grandma did it, I'm going to do it. If mama did it, I'm going to do it. If daddy did it, I'm going to do it. If granddaddy did it, I'm going to do it. And auntie, uncle, the whole generation, you all start adopting God's design, blueprint from his own word. You'll see the change. You will see the change. Just saying. All right. So for eye nutrition, for eyes and nutrition, I'm going to say nutrition for last. For eye safety, of course, when you're on a job and it requires the proper eye, not glasses, the proper eye shields that go around your eyeballs, like the bug, it go around your eyes. So when you're doing something that might get in your eye, you don't want to have to go to the doctor or go to the ER. Yeah, I don't know what your insurance costs, but it can also cause you to lose a job because you were negligent, because it has big white signs saying eye safety shields wear here. Just saying, it could be a liability. You done lost your job because you didn't want to put shields on or the full mask. Just saying. The signs are there for a reason. They posters, they had they had the safety training, they had the safety team come in, they give you the rundown, the walkthrough, and the SOP to go along with it. And when you don't do that, again, you can lose your position, you can lose your job. So we don't want to put ourselves in that kind of position to lose a job, lose pay, lose sick leave, regular leave, because you were negligent in protecting your own eyeballs. You only get a pair. You might get a donor, a plastic one, but it ain't yours. But you can claim it, and it is, they put it in your eye, and then now you look normal. But what could have happened if you just put the shields on? Just saying. Just saying. You going out there cutting grass? Put the shields on. Wear your glass, wear your gloves, wear all the proper attire exposed to whatever it is. But since we're talking about eye safety, protect these here, okay? We like to be on our own, and so if you don't have eyes, or your eyes are traumatized for something that you could have avoided, now you have to depend on the Lord even more, and that's what we want to do. But don't put yourself in that predicament where you can't see and you're on the eye donor list. Just saying, fam. Just saying. All right. So for nutrition, of course, there's always going to be greens, beans, mushrooms, berries, seeds, nuts. I'm going to give you the rundown because Miss Missy can't remember all this because it is a lot. For your greens, vitamins, potassium, iron, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, fiber. That's your greens. Beans, vitamin B, fiber, antioxidants, protein. It regulates your blood sugar, your gut, and cholesterol. It regulates your blood and oxygen. Okay? For onions, vitamin C, folate, B6, potassium, reduce edema, which is swelling. Swelling you can see on the outside and swelling you can't see on the inside. And aids in lung, that means it will help you to breathe. If you're wheezing, you have a respiratory episode, by eating the onions and you don't have to eat like an apple. Okay, I seen somebody do that in Baltimore. Like, Lord have mercy, the child want to eat a whole onion like it was an apple. Just saying. Put your onions in some type of way, whether it's in a salad or soup or your foods that you eat. Make it an everyday, every moment meal of these things, and you will see a difference. Start writing your journal. Like I said, bring it to these sessions because you'll see a difference. M for mushrooms. Mushrooms bring and add antioxidants, vitamin B, fiber, reduces your diabetic episodes. Just saying, fam. S for seeds. It increases fiber, reduces regulates your cholesterol, regulate your blood pressure. Healthy fats, regulate your sugar. That's what the seeds do. And I mean pumpkin seeds, pomegranate seeds, hemp seeds, with flax seeds, chia seeds, sesame seeds, all those seeds. It's got the seed on the end. That's going to help you to regulate your sugar. Increase fiber, because that's what you listen. The fiber needs to flow so fluidly that you are not on the toilet for 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes. Okay, it shouldn't take you but 5 minutes to empty out your bowels. Just saying. When you eat this food, you ain't got to strain. It takes you less than 5 minutes. Like I tell my babies, it take you 5 minutes to brush your teeth. It should take you 5 minutes to boo boo. Get it on out. You should be straining. You got to eat this every day though. Every day, every moment, every meal has to be his food, and that will help regulate your body. You're not gonna put no ketchup in your gas tank, right? You're gonna put the 89, the 87, 93, or if you got diesel, that's what's gonna help run your vehicle smooth to the T. Same thing, fam, with the greens, beans, mushrooms, herbs, seeds, nuts. That helps regulate your body so it will run in the tip-top precision. Your bowels will thank you, and so will the Lord. He wants you to have a healthy temple. All right, so for the nuts, they are increased for protein and heart health. Herbs increase omega-3s and helps with cell repair. Now, herbs, they could be simply as real, not the dry version, but real leafy, your thyme, oregano, or especially oregano. What's that? Turmeric, the real turmeric. And turmeric looks a lot like ginger, but it's orangey. Wear gloves when you do that. And the best way to do ginger and turmeric roots is get you some gloves, because your hand's going to be the same color. And get you a spoon and you scrape it off. You don't need no knife. Just use a spoon to lightly peel the skin off, because it's thin skin. And once you peel all that off with your turmeric root and your ginger root, and then you cut off all the ends and the little buds that's sticking out, and you cut it up and put it in the freezer and use it at your leisure. Whether you put it in soup, you put it in teas. I really don't like ginger in my soups. I like it in my tea, hot water with honey. Those are great for repairing the body too. Again, I'm all here to let you know these things do help, but you have to believe in the creator who made them, and he will heal your body. That's what I'm talking about, fam. That's what I'm talking about. I see you, Peanut. Stop trying to hide those chips. I see you trying to hide those chips and the cook. Put those cookies down. Come on now. But that's what we want to do, is make sure that we are in tip-top shape with our temple. Temple steward, that means you are the best of the best of the best foreman, chief executive of your temple. We got one down. We got one down. We need repair on the shop. We got repair. We need repair. That's what your body tells you when you're eating the wrong foods. And you're like, I'm going to eat this anyway. Oh, man, it's good. And 10 minutes later, you holding your belly. Oh, Lord have mercy. You sweating over here. And your whole body, it has to shift. So your body will adjust for so many moments. And it could be years that your body just, and after no more, then it shuts down. Here comes to the disease. Here comes the disorder that piles on and on and on. So that's all I'm saying. When we regulate our mind by God's foods, they grow it out his garden, that will help regulate everything in your body, from the babies in the womb to the seniors and elders. We got to take care of our temple. And when people see that we're serious about God in our walk, they will too. This is your session for March 2025 with S. Missy here to tell you all about wealth, health, counter tacos, pages and script, temple health, eating to live life. Know that you are worth it, but you better believe it's going to cost you. See you next month, fam. Take care. Be easy. And remember, you're worth it, because God says so in his word.